International to give primacy to the human and spiritual rather than the material values of life, to encourage the daily living of the golden rule and all human relationships, to promote the adoption and the application of higher social, business, and professional standards, to develop by precepts and example a more intelligent, aggressive, and serviceable citizenship, to provide through Kiwanis clubs a practical means to form enduring friendships, to render altruistic service, and to build better communities, to cooperate in creating and maintaining that sound public opinion and high idealism which makes possible the increase of righteousness, justice, patriotism, and goodwill. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director Eric. Kiwani, Dr. Martina Dyer, are you on?
Yes. Let us pray. Dear God, most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this another opportunity together in this forum. I want to thank you for life, for health, for strength. I want to thank you for those who are able to be with us today and those who are not able to join us today. I pray for all our members. I pray for those who have recently lost a loved one. I pray you grant them strength, Lord. And as we're about to engage in this meeting, we pray that our objectives be met. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone who assisted with the opening exercise. Well, this evening, as we are all aware, it's the first meeting of the administration, and we're looking forward to a very great year despite the challenges, and also I'm asking that we keep those that have lost loved ones in prayers and thoughts. I'm going to ask President-elect Junior to do the official welcome and the roll call of clubs. PE Junior. I'm not seeing him online. DP Desmond, would you be kind to do the honors for us, please?
Yes, President.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Let me start with clubs from overseas, visiting from overseas. Do we have visiting clubs from overseas? No? Okay, let me go to Division 25. Division 25, anyone visiting with us? No? Division 24.
I'm sorry, 25 is here.
25, yes, dear G. Grace. Go ahead, dear G.
I was waiting on my president to answer, but we bring you warm greetings from the Kiwanis Club of Negril Point. And we hope to have a very entertaining or interesting meeting with you this evening. We have on the platform with me, President Ujori, Director Sonia, Kiwani, and Veronica. And as mentioned, I am DLG Grace. Have a good evening and thanks for the invite.
Thank you, DLG Grace, for coming and your delegation. Thank you. Any other clubs from Division 25? No? Okay, Division 24. Division 24.
This is Keith Rowe from...
Go ahead for me.
This is Keith Rowe from Kiwanis Club of Discovery Bay. And I greet you and I'm happy to be sharing in your meeting. With me is PLG Cherry, also from the Kiwanis Club of Discovery Bay.
Thank you, Keith Rowe, and your delegation from Discovery Bay. Nice to have you. Any others from 24?
Good evening, fellow Kiwanians. I am a President Ingrid from the Kiwanis Club of Charlton, Alexandria. Others should be joining in, and always a pleasure joining with you.
Thank you, President Ingrid, and your delegation. Welcome, welcome. Do we have others from 24? No? We move to Division 23 West. Okay. Division 23 West.
Good evening, fellow Kiwanians. I am President Everton from Kiwanis Club of Spanish Town. I am here and one other. Wanted just to say we are happy to be with this club, and I hope that everything will be okay for the rest of the evening.
Thank you, President Everton. Welcome, welcome on your delegation. Nice to have you. Do we have others from 23 West?
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening.
LG Noel from 23 West. Just want to bring you greetings and happy to be joining this meeting. I know the topic of your meeting this evening and find it rather interesting. That I'll hook up and listen what it's all about. I'll be sitting back and enjoying a meeting. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you, LG Noel and your delegation. Welcome, sir. Do we have others from 23 West? 23 West, if not, we move.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, DP.
I just want to bring you greetings from the Kiwanis Club of Greater Portmore. I think I see Vice President Cecile Bodden on, and I'm DP Blonzo.
Thank you. Thank you, DP Blonzo.
You're most welcome.
Always happy to have you on Portmore.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're most welcome.
Do we have others from Division 23 West?
Good evening.
Good evening, DP June.
How are you?
Great to have you and to see you.
Happy to be here.
Thank you.
I bring greetings on the Kiwanis Club of Linstead. I'm not very sure how many persons are online, but I'm very sure, what I'm sure of, I'm going to have a great meeting. And I wish on you all God's richest blessing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And your delegation. Welcome. All right. Can we move to Division 23 East? Division 23 East. Division 23 East. I'm sure we have DP Bridget. No, you're Central.
Good evening. This is DP Herman from Division 23 East. And we wish, greetings from our club. We have at least 6 or 7 of us now, and we are looking forward to a very enjoyable evening.
Good evening, DP Desmond.
Thank you, DP Herman. Welcome and your delegation. I want you to pardon me a little bit. My dogs are a little noisy, you see, but they're quieting down. All right. Thank you, DP Herman and your delegation. Yes, I have the any others from 23 East?
DP Desmond, good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Greetings to you and the Kiwanis Club of Kingston and your new administration. Congratulations to the new one and congratulations.
Thank you. I have to mute somebody here. Okay. Yes, I just muted. All right. Thank you, DP Christine and your delegation from ESA. Welcome. Do we have others from 23 East? No. I move to Central. 23 Central. 23
Good evening.
Good evening, President.
From St. Thomas, and so far it's just me. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Nice to have you. Do we have others from 23 East? 23 Central, rather? 23
Good
Central?
evening, DP Desmond.
Good evening.
DP Paulette from the Kiwanis Club of Friends Across Borders. We are here this evening to celebrate with President Paul and the members of Kingston Club on your first meeting for the year. Our delegation is comprised of LG Rosemarie, DP Bridget, Divisional Treasurer Camelia, and Chair Cynthia. So we are following back at the LG as we ought to do.
Thank you. Thank you, DP, Paulette. Welcome and your delegation. Thank you so much. We have others from Division 23 Central. I see DP Judith. You're 23. Okay. Do we have others from 23 Central? If not,
good evening.
Go ahead for me, please.
Good evening, DP Desmond. I am President Pauline from the Kiwanis Club of Stony Hill. I bring you warm greetings from Stony Hill. We're happy to be sharing in your first meeting for the new administrative year. With me are DLG Keith, DP Dennis, DP Sharon, and Kiwanian Denise Bent. We're looking forward to a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, President Pauline. Welcome to you and your delegation. Nice to have you. Do we have others from 23 East? 23 Central, rather. 23 Central? None? Okay. Do we have...
Good evening.
Go ahead, President
Desmond. Okay, good evening to the club. I am PE Jadine Perry from the 23 Central Soya 9 club. I believe that it will just be DLG Keith and yourself as our children who will be online right now. I do expect others to join later on. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, President-elect Jodine. Welcome, sir, and your delegation from 23 Central Surrey online. Yes. Do we have others from 23 Central? If not, I will go to Prospect. Do we have prospective members with us? No. Guests of Kiwanians. Do we have those guests of Kiwanians with us? Do we have persons from the Service Leadership Program, SLP members? Do we have SLP members? I see President Joshua Brown from Michael. President Joshua?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good evening, President.
This is President Joshua Brown from the Michael University College Circle K International Club, and here with me today is District Secretary Dana Denton, and we have for our wonderful meeting.
Thank you.
And we have for our wonderful meeting.
Thank you, President Joshua, and your delegation from Michael Circle K. All right. Do we have other SLP members?
Yes. Good evening. There's one.
Yes, sir.
This is President Sidan Curtis from the Camperdown High School Key Club, and I am seeing 5 other members online, my VP, Assistant Secretary, Bulletin Editor, and some other key clubbers.
Thank you, President Sidan, and your delegation from Camperdown High School Key Club. Always happy to have you, sir. I notice you're always with us, and we really appreciate it. We're always happy to see our SLP members with us. Thank you. Do we have other SLP members?
DP Desmond, good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm Faculty Advisor Aldith Douglas from the Noon Park Technical. And I have, let me see, I have Key Clubber Shante, Bulletin Editor Brittany, and Secretary Tashoy. Sharing with you President Paul in your first meeting. And we are just so excited to be here this evening.
Thank you.
I wish to also seize the opportunity to share that our Secretary Tashoy lost her dad on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Just suddenly, died very suddenly on Sunday, I think it was Saturday or Sunday of last week. So yes, it's just a lot of grief all around.
Please express our condolences.
Okay, and
From all of us, Kiwanis Club of Kingston and everyone here present.
Right, and we also have DP Abadi and Key Clubber, Director rather, Alexia. So there are 5 of us, 6 of us in sharing with you this evening, sharing in your meeting.
Thank you, FA and DP Alice Douglas from the Dunoon Park Technical High School Key Club. Always happy to have you and your delegation. You're always welcome. Do we have others, other SLPs?
Good evening. Yes, you do. I'm President Debra Heron from the St. Hughes High School Key Club. Unfortunately, I am alone tonight, hopefully waiting for more members to join shortly. But I must say congratulations to the new board and good luck on the year to come.
Thank you, President Debra from St. Hughes High School Key Club. Thank you for being here. If we have no others.
Yes. Good evening, DP Desmond. Carol from here. Yeah, from the Kingston College Key Club. I am alone at the moment, but looking forward for others to join very, very soon.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Carol Courtney from Kingston College Key Club. Always nice to have you, sir. You're always welcome.
Good afternoon, Vice President of Immaculate High School. I am here with 3 other members, also waiting on more to come.
Can you pronounce your first name for me, Nia?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, welcome Nia and your delegation, Immaculate High School Key Club. Nice to have you. Do we have others? No? All right, let me welcome everyone. Welcome to all.
DP Desmond.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. This is DP Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Bringing greetings on behalf of President Beverly and the entire team at the Kiwanis Club of Linstead. I want to say congratulations and enough big up to my good friend and batchmate, IPP Major Richard Reese, on a successful year serving the children of the world, and wish for the incoming administration Godspeed as we continue on that vein to improve in the world, one child and one community at a time. I think we're about 4 in number so far. Looking forward to a wonderful meeting as always. Thank you so much.
Thank you, DP Kevin, and welcome to you and your delegation. Nice to have you. I noticed I didn't hear you say the diplomats again. Nevertheless, you're always welcome.
No, man, we're diplomats, man. The diplomatic corps of the Kiwanis Club of Linstead.
Thank you,
sir. So if I omitted to say that, please don't say it too loudly because I don't want the Sarge to get that.
All right, sir. Thank you. Of course, let me welcome everyone and to all of those our Kiwanis.
DP Desmond.
President
sorry,
Shakira.
I joined in late, right? President Shakira here from the Kiwanis Club of Young Professionals, St. Andrew. We're currently 1 in number, but I do expect other members to be joining this evening. We look forward to a wonderful meeting.
Thank you, President Shakira. Nice to have you.
Good evening, DP Desmond. I'm not sure if you had gotten to Division 23 East yet.
Yes, we did, but you're always welcome, LG. Go ahead, for me.
Wonderful. Good evening, fellow Kiwanans and guests. It is my pleasure to be here with you this evening in support of President Paul. I'm really looking forward to a year of good work for the new administration and for the administration past. Congratulations on your job well done. And I know that your club and your division will be better off for it. I also bring you greetings from the Kiwanis Club of Eastern Kingston and Port Royal, as well as Division 23 East, and I am Lieutenant Governor Walter J.
Thank you, LG Walter. Welcome to you and your delegation from EKPR, and of course, the wider division, Division 23 East. Thank you for coming, sir. Always happy to have you.
Good evening, everyone.
You're welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. This is P. Shauna from the Kiwanis Club of Young Professional Kingston. With me is my president, Chris Michael. We're happy to be here. More members will follow.
Thank you, P. Shauna, and your president, Chris Michael. Nice to have you. Kiwanis Club
And
of
Director,
young professional. Yes, go ahead.
Wendy. No, I was saying, and Director Wendy. So we're three numbers actually.
Okay, thank you, President Chris Michael.
Yes,
Welcome.
Director.
Welcome.
All right.
All right.
Good evening, DP Desmond. This
Okay,
is
good evening.
President Camille from Kiwanis Club of Constant Spring. I don't know if any member has already given the greetings, so we have more coming, and just wishing President Paul all the best for this year.
Thank you,
club.
Thank you, P. Camille. Welcome to you and your delegation. Nice
Good
having you.
evening. Good evening, DP Desmond. I just want my president to know that I am here with her. All right.
Okay.
All the very best to President Paul. Looking forward to a fantastic year, a continuance, right, of the great work of the Kingston Club. Hello, everyone.
Thank you, IPLG Debbie. Always great having you. We're always happy when you're with us. Thank you. All right. President Paul?
Yes, thank you very much, DP Desmond. Thank you, I appreciate it. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. At this time, I have two apologies from two of our members who conveyed their unavailability, DP Charles and past President Victor. Are there any other apologies for Secretary Willie? Do you have any? Did you receive any apologies?
Apology from Treasurer Orville Lewis.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Of course, I want to welcome Mrs. Charmaine Mighty for being here this evening. Thank you so very much for being here.
Yes, President. I was. May I look
and
for her in the meantime?
Yes. Thank you very much, Mrs. Mighty, and of course, Mrs. Dela Gillins-Macbean, my colleague and friend at the ministry. Thank you very much for being here and for your continual support. At this time, I move to our bulletin editor, or Vice President Newton, to bring recognition of birthday and anniversaries.
Thank you for having me. This is Charmaine Mighty.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Mighty. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Bulletin editor, VP Newton.
President Paul Pierce.
Yes, good evening.
This is IPP Clemar Johnson from the Kiwanis Club of Barbican. I just hopped out of my meeting to interclub with you guys. Currently, I'm online with with past Secretary Dion and Director Jelon, and I think others are joining pretty soon because we just finished our meeting, but happy to be here.
Thank you very much, IPP Kemar in the delegation. Welcome. At this time, we move to our Vice President, who will do the honors of recognizing our birthdays and anniversaries for our members and those who are on the platform celebrating those special moments. Go ahead, VP Newton.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, President Paul. I have to get used to saying President Paul and not President Richard. I mean, I can tell you, President Paul, I know this is not what I'm here for, but we all know that the major set a blazing trail, but I'm looking at you already have 125 supporters in the room right now, which means you have started out with a bang, sir. And seem as if you're going to continue the hot pace started by the major. In terms of birthdays and anniversaries, this week, actually today is the 5th. So past President Victor McFarlane is celebrating his birthday today. But he's not only satisfied with celebrating his birthday today, because this is also the date, October 5th, that he got married to Jacqueline. So past President Victor McFarlane is celebrating both his birthday today and his anniversary with Jacqueline. So we need to give him a call to say hi. On October 10th, Well, as we always refer to him, the big man in our club, DP Christopher Robinson, celebrates his birthday on the 10th. And I think the 10th is on Sunday. So please remember to give him a call. October 8th, we have two birthdays. There's Cynthia, who is the wife of PC George Gilling, and Donna, who is the wife of Kiwani Gregory Gibson. Both celebrate their birthdays on the 8th of October. And even though he's not here with us, I am sure the gentlemen of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston would want me to remind the room that on Friday, October 8th, would have been, I think, the 95th birthday of Dudley Ball. So I don't know if there's anyone else in the room who's celebrating a birthday anniversary, any special occasion right now that would want to share it with us. Anyone? Okay, well, it's back to you then, President Paul.
Yes, thank you very much, VP Newton. Well, at this time, we'll have the introduction of our Lieutenant Governor for Division 23 Central. And without further ado, I call on our Kiwani and Avian Shaw to do the honors.
Thank you, President Paul. Good night, or rather good evening, everyone. Rosemarie's dedication to Kiwanis began when Key Club was introduced at the most awesome high school in Jamaica, Arden High. Became a charter member of that club and remained with the club for the rest of her tenure at Arden. This was her introduction to giving service in an organized manner, a wonderful experience. It was therefore no surprise that she immediately said yes. When years later she met a Kiwanian who invited her to join the first female Kiwanis club in Jamaica, Kiwanis Club of New Kingston. Infatuation with Kiwanis that started in high school soon became a full-blown love affair, as she was introduced to a world of service blended with fun and fellowship. Service took a new meaning for her as she was afforded the opportunity to impact the lives of so many more persons that she could do as one individual. Her role in Kiwanis quickly expanded through numerous positions held at the club level, culminating as president of the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston for the administrative year 2013 to 2014. Administrative year 2016 to 2017, she assisted. She assisted with the creation of the Kiwanis Club of Friends Across Borders, Jamaica, and is one of the charter members. So began her journey in Division 23 Central, taking on several roles in the Kiwanis Club, which earned her the coveted award of Kiwanian of the Year in 2018-2019. This new pathway along her Kiwanis journey paved the way for her to become Lieutenant Governor for Division 23 Central. Outside of Kiwanis, Rosemarie is a chartered accountant with over 30 years experience, mainly in the financial services industry. She has been fortunate to have had the opportunity to work in both the private sector as well as the public sector, where she held the role of senior regulator for the insurance industry. She is currently the Vice President, Risk and Compliance for CUNA, Caribbean Insurance, and Regional Insurer. Rosemarie is also an active member at the Saxthorpe Methodist Church and the Justice of the Peace for the Parish of St. Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming LG Rosemarie Henry. Thank you.
IPLG Debbie, LG Walter J, LG Noel, other distinguished Kiwanians, fellow Kiwanians and guests, good evening. I do want to single out Dale G. Willie and to express again my condolences on the loss of his wife. You remain in my prayers. I also want to reach out to other members of our Kiwanis family who have also suffered loss, and ask that we just continue to keep everyone in our prayers as this continues to be a challenging time for all. It is so fitting that I commence my official visits to the clubs in our division by starting with the club of our class president. Let me share with you that already President Paul has created a lasting impression, leaving me in awe as I watched him show how skilled he is at negotiations, as well as innovation, and also his ability to remain calm and get the job done. I'm sure you have all heard the saying, a good man is hard to find. Well, Kingston Club needs to look no further, because in President Paul, your club has indeed found a good man. And as such, I know it will be another successful and impactful year of service. Right, President Paul?
Yes, yes, LG, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This evening, I want to speak with you about membership growth, retention, and engagement. This year is so important in our clubs because it is through our members that this organization is able to serve others. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, service is not yet digitalized. We're online, but we still need people in order to get the service done. To be able to do more, impact more life, Kiwanis needs to continue to grow. As each year we lose members, whether it is through debt or immigration or simply other interests. Our division needs to grow, not just in terms of the number of clubs, but also in the number of members in each club, while retaining our current membership. Our division membership challenge this year will be around the theme, each one bring two. Each member will be challenged to share their K with at least 2 individuals, inviting them to share your passion for service, whether they join your club or another club in the division, one that best fits their needs. This will allow us to do more, reach more. As change makers, if you have bought into the dream of us being the change we want to see, then you cannot go through the year with just some of us participating in the activities of our clubs. We will need a change. We will need to turn up the service, as simple as that. And this is going to take all of us, caring for others and also ourselves. Remember, service starts at home with our own Kiwanians who are in need. I know you will agree with me that serving others is not just the best way, but the only way to live. Because as we change the lives of others, we are changing our lives as well. Yes, we become even more blessed. Another area we want to look at is diversity and inclusion in our membership. For us this year, this will mean creating space in our clubs for individuals who are hearing impaired. Picture this. I have this vision of Kiwanians signing away in our meetings and members of the deaf community participating in our meetings and our functions. And they understand us and we understand them. And it is simply amazing. Are you seeing the vision? Can we get this done, Kiwanians? I believe that we can. And the division will be offering support towards this endeavor. Kudos to JTS. We do have a club in our division that took on that challenge and has already done some work with it. And I want to challenge the other clubs to do the same. Hearing impaired want to serve as well. We can be inclusive in this way. How can we make this happen? We can do it through our SLP activities, and it can be done at the club level. It can happen. Our club chair this year, and I saw her comments in the chat, is our IPLG Debbie Manning, who has led us to a successful year of growth and service last year, and is so ready to take on this role. But she will need your support. In a few days, she will be rolling out not only the membership challenge, but also other plans that the division will spearhead to engage and retain you, our valued members. We will seek your input as we plan benefits for you to take advantage of and ways for you to grow and thrive both in Kiwanis and externally as well. I want to take you back in time to when you first identified that your purpose was to serve others, when you fell in love with the idea of changing lives through the Kiwanis movement, when you felt that passion for service to our children and to the people in our community. Hold on to that feeling. And now, fast forward, being back into the present, to this evening, taking those feelings with you. The division, your club, your president needs your support to change the game. And so I urge you, feel the rush, get excited, get involved. Let's make this year the most satisfying year in your Kiwanis journey. Let us serve together, emerging stronger in 2021, 2022. Purpose, passion, people, Kiwanians, we can do this. Thank you. Back to you, President Paul.
Thank you very much, LG Rosie, for that wonderful delivery. Of course, we do feel the passion, and of course, we are looking forward to have a great year as we continue serving the children of the world. At this time, I'm going to ask members and participants to give me a few minutes so I could read my message that I have for the admin year 2021-2022. The administrative year 2021-2022 will start on a challenging note. With planning and a strong foundation, renewed passion, service, and purpose will undoubtedly continue to change lives amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. The theme for the new administrative year is Be Stronger in Service to Humanity. The challenges facing the club are probably similar to those facing most service clubs and volunteer organizations. Some of these notable challenges are declining attendance, membership retentions, and attracting new members. We intend, as a board and with members of the club, to work fervently together to address these challenges. Despite the areas of interest and divided opinion, the club has strived for 57 years of doing most things correctly that were achieved with the greatness of support from its membership in service to humanity. Be assured that the process of rendering service will continue, where our membership remains cohesive. It is intended to have transformation of our SLP members to the cadre of Kiwanians in our club. And at this point, SLP stands for Service Leadership Program. My fellow Kiwanians, there are several goals to be achieved this year, but resilience and strength will be the superpower to attain these service-oriented goals. Given the circumstances in this new normal, the club must strive to continue its excellent work in the safest way by adhering to the established COVID-19 protocols. I would be remiss if I did not express my gratitude to immediate past president, Major Richard Rees, for his guidance and support. The provision of incredible resources from other distinguished members of the club have been a constant encouragement, and I thank everyone wholeheartedly. Of course, cheers to a wonderful year, and of course, remain safe, and blessings to all. This time, we're going to invite our SLP, or Macro Circle K President Joshua, to give a few words. President Joshua.
Thank you very much, President Paul. Great. It's going to take a little while to get used to that because I'm really used to seeing President Richard Rees. So on behalf of the Mike University College Circle K International Club, we would like to thank and commend the outgoing well, IPP Richard Reese, for his wonderful work and collaboration with all of his SLPs. In addition to that, we'd also like to give a big thank you to the incoming board, or the now President Paul Peart, for the continued support that he will be giving to his SLPs. And this SLP is not just the Mike University College only. It also goes for the St. Hughes High School, the New Technical High School, and all of the SLPs under the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. We pledge to give you our service and work alongside with you in all projects and attend at least 85% of your meetings once we have the time. Remember, you are our father club, you are our parents, and we are looking up to you. As you can see, the symbol to my right, it really stands for the combinedness and unity between the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, the Key Clubs, and their SLP, the Mike University College. We pledge to work with you as you are our parents, and we are still looking up to you. We thank you.
Thank you very much, President Joshua. Thank you very much. And of course, I like your symbol, very creative. Thank you. Thanks. Yes, at this time, I'm going to ask our director, David, to lead us in this segment of tributes. Director David, over to you, sir.
Thank you, President. Share screen also, please. Can I be allowed to? Good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure and a privilege for us to be here. Good evening to our LG Rosemarie and President Paul and all the distinguished Kiwanians who are on. And I want to say the purpose of Kiwanis, there is a time when we share and we're joyful, and there's a time when we have to reflect, not necessarily a time of sorrow, but a time of reflection and thanksgiving. This evening, we have 3 Kiwanians who their families are on and who we want to share with them this evening, to let them know that they are not alone. And we will be sharing and taking tributes for our past chairman, Shirley Reeson, the former wife of our DLG Willie, loved across the Kiwanis movement and right across this nation. We'll also be paying tribute to the life of our past director, Errol Mighty, and we thank his wife for being with us this evening. Charmaine, thank you. And we'll also be paying tribute to our Kiwanian, Ronnie Coke, who has passed. I want to just first, on behalf of the president and the distinguished members, to just share just 3 scriptures with you. Psalm in St. Matthew 5, verse 4. It says, "Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted." And in a time like this, when we have to surround the family, rest assured that God is with you. St. John 14:27 says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you." It says, "Not as the world gives, do I give to you." The assurance this evening, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. May those words embrace the family. May those words embrace us as Kiwanians. And the third is Deuteronomy 31, verse 8. It says, "The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." It says, "Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged." So we leave those words with our Kiwanians. I'd like to first, for the tributes to our past chairman, Shirley Reeson, I'm going to be inviting a few persons to say something on her behalf, or DP Evan Brown, DP Marcel Boyce from the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, and our DLG Gerthlyn Reed Holman from the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston, as she was the sitting president when Shirley served as chairman. So I'm going to invite them in that order to pay tribute at this time. DP Evan on? DP Marcel?
Yes, I'm here. I hope you're hearing me.
Yeah, we're hearing you. Thank you.
Yeah, because no, my screen went blank, but
thank you. So in 2 minutes, thank you, sir. DP Marcel.
Our next technology gets in the way. But let me go quickly. On behalf, I'm speaking on behalf of my wife. Unavoidably, she had to not sit with me because I think of some family.
You're not coming through loudly enough, Marcel.
Let me try and improve. Is this any better?
A little. I don't know if I don't know how far you're away from your mic.
Are you hearing me any better now?
That's better.
Okay, good. Yes, I'm saying on behalf of my wife, Beverly, she had to take care of some family matters. Although it's a moment of a tinge of sorrow, there is joy involved in bringing this tribute to our good friend, Lady Shirley. You know, speaking with my wife just now, there are a couple of phrases that came to mind when you think of Shirley. Pleasant, caring, you always felt comfortable in her presence, a woman of God, a hidden strength that came forth when there was time for it. What I remember mostly about her is that you always felt comfortable in her presence. She had that charming smile and pleasant demeanor that you always felt comfortable. We shared a very special relationship. Our birthdays were days apart. In fact, she was the 19th, I was the 19th, and she was the 20th. And it was in this month of October. And because it was about the time when we always had the holiday, we had a special time when we get together, because it was either her birthday or mine that would have been the holiday or close to the holiday. And it was always a pleasure just to sit with her. She had this way of making you feel very comfortable. A smile, I can't remember her ever frown, ever being upset, despite all the challenges that she would have. You know, our friend Willie was always so busy, but she was that strong person, strong wife, strong partner that was always by his side. I particularly remember that time when we know a friend Willie was ill, and on 3 occasions when we met together by chance, visiting at the hospital, despite obviously the concern and the challenges that she had while husband Willie was in the hospital, she showed that strength and that faith and that belief that all will be well. And she handled those challenges with a woman of grace. I pay tribute to her for her strength, her character, for professionalism. My wife had to deal with her in her professional capacity, and she was always a very professional, very caring, very comforting person to deal with. I pay tribute to her for someone that made our life more pleasant. We'll miss her, but we know she got a call in for higher service. It was a pleasure having known Lady Shirley. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you, DP Marcel. Is DP Evan on? Okay, I'm gonna ask, we just move on to our DLG Gerthlin to give a tribute on behalf of the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman David Hall. Good evening, Kiwanians and guests, President Paul. First time addressing you, so I really am glad to be here. But Chairman David, I hope you'll forgive me because I'm going to do something that is part of this tribute. A brief introduction was done, but not of all the members who have joined to pay tribute.
Yes.
Our past chairman, Shirley Reeson. And online, and they are now in no particular order, our distinguished Secretary Jackie Maylard, past Secretary Rochester, DP Herman Metcalf, DP Judith Douglas, distinguished Secretary Linda Pennycook, Chairman Janet Lawrence, PE Audrey Henry Lee, and our own President Janelle Allen is on, DLG Bev Thompson. Maybe others are on. I'm DLG Gerthlin. And I'm sure you will understand that these Kiwanians have joined because they remember Shirley Reeson. Shirley, and as the past speaker said, Shirley was never a serious person. If you look at Shirley, Shirley smiled. Shirley had this personality that brought you to ease and made you feel comfortable in her presence. Her profession was one that was supposed to make you feel better. But when you were with Shirley, Shirley made you feel as if you are the only person around her. She was always smiling. As chairman, she did her work diligently. She tried her best. And that is what we need of every chairman, to make sure you do your best. Shirley will always be remembered by the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston. They're still asking, how is it Shirley? Some really, really have missed and wondered how they didn't know Shirley was sick. And we have to say Shirley was on her way, but things happen and we cannot do anything about it. To know Shirley is to love Shirley. Shirley and I was also part of another organization, the Royal Commonwealth Society, where she was the secretary. And Shirley made all of us feel welcome. And when we went to King's House on Royal Commonwealth Day, she was the first to welcome the children that were brought by some Kiwanian advisor. Andrew Samuels would always bring the children from Mono and other schools. And so, Shirley, we will miss you. We love you. And we know you're walking and flying and smiling with the angels. So walk good, rest in peace. And I know Willie will miss you. But we are here to support Willie in any way, as you did try your best to support him in all areas. And thank you, Mr. Chairman. Walk good, Shirley. God bless you. Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone, and stay safe.
Thank you very much, DLG Gerthlin, on behalf of the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston, and the DP Marcel on behalf of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. Well said, and we have received.
Chairman David?
Yes, DP Chris.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but since DP Ebon is not around, can I be allowed 1 minute?
Certainly, certainly. DP Chris, I would never stand in front of you and not allow you to.
Thank you, my friend. Fellow Kiwanians.
Who is bigger?
Fellow Kiwanians.
Go ahead, DP Chris. The chairman has allowed you to speak.
Thank you, sir. Fellow Kiwanians, I couldn't really make the situation pass without saying just a few words as it relates to Shirley, and indeed offer condolences to the families of past director Errol Mighty and Kiwanian.
Ronnie Cook.
Ronnie Cook, yes. But I just want to say something about Shirley. what many of us don't know is that because we used to interclub so regularly, you know, my friend DLG really many times in the days when we actually physically interclubbed, right? Many times, you know, is out. So on a weekend, you know, Shirley was so happy to have really by herself. And it went to the point now where really decided, you know, he can't do without our Kiwanian presence. So he started to invite us around to his home on a Saturday evening. And if you have never experienced Shirley's hospitality, you have missed something. Those of us who came by on a Saturday evening to play dominoes, it really, right, were treated royally by Shirley. You know, if you ask past director David Bailey, past director Vernon Jones, among others, about Saturday evening soup that Shirley would always prepare for us. From Shirley here, that we are coming round, Shirley get out our big pot and make a pot of soup for us, man, to keep us entertained. You know, so you'll find that many Saturday evenings from about 3 to about 10 in the night, you know, we would be entertained by Shirley, you know, as we sat and played dominoes and do the usual men talk. But there is also something else, you know, where Shirley was concerned. You heard DP Marcel speak about Shirley's birthday, and he and Shirley would have a little encounter during those days. But certainly, Marcel, you were not the only one. Shirley, my wife, Marie, birthday was the 19th, Shirley was the 20th, and Jackie, who was the wife of Victor McFarlane, was the 21st. And so for a couple of years, well, we found a good reason where us men took out our wives for dinner on either the 19th, the 20th, or the 21st, depending on how the days fall, right? And you know, so really, Victor and myself would be taking out our wives for dinner on one of those dates, and it was always a very, very pleasant occasion. And you know, really, I know it's missing Shirley, and who wouldn't? But you know, all I will say to really my friend, you know, is we are here for you. God will keep you in these times. He is the great healer, the great comforter. And surely our Kiwanis family will always be there to walk with you and stay with you during these times. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, DP Chris. Excellent. Thank you for that, and really appreciate it. At this time, we also want to say thanks to Mrs. Charmaine Mighty, who is here with us, and to share with her, let her know that we are praying for her. I'm going to invite two of our distinguished Kiwanians, DP Desmond Batchelor, followed by IPP Richard Reese, to extend tribute and condolence at this time.
I yield to
Thank you, Director David. Tribute to our departed brother, past Director Errol Mighty. Past Director Errol Mighty was a great Kiwanian. He rendered unselfish service to the vulnerables, such as the feeding of homeless on Hanover Street every third Saturday of the month, worshipping with the Shut-ins every third Sunday of each month, the Jonestown Senior Citizens Community, among other projects. He was the director of the Human and Spiritual Values and Community Service Committee during 2019-2020. Past Director Errol was extremely supportive during my tenure as president in the year 2019-2020, and was always available to assist me with activities in the service leadership program. Chief among them was to perform as judge in the Key Club debating competition. He was a wonderful philanthropist who contributed his money, his time, and skills for the improvement of his Kiwanis Club of Kingston and the community we served. He was always ready to offer financial assistance to children and to persons generally in need whenever he was aware that the club was involved in any project. And his contribution, I would say, were generous. At the end of our face-to-face meetings in each meeting really in 2020, more so, he was the center of attention as he gave jokes and reflected on his many experiences in the insurance industry. Errol had a healthy laugh, and it made us comfortable really being in his company. He was always interested in ensuring that the Kiwanis Club of Kingston Secretariat was professionally and efficiently manned. And to this end, he made significant financial contributions to the club. At the end of my tenure as president, he was recognized with a special President's Award for his unselfish service to the club and his contributions to improving the lives of children, particularly in our sponsored clubs such as Builders Clubs, Key Clubs, and Circle K. He told me at some point that he had not been feeling well and was spending more time at home instead of attending meetings in the following administration. And periodically, I called to check on him. Sometimes I succeeded in speaking with him, and sometimes not. I continued to invite him to attend our meetings, but he would sometimes reply with apology for absence. Mrs. Charmaine Mighty, on behalf of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, we thank you for playing a role in his life and allowing him to serve our club in a very unselfish manner. And I know that together you supported us in our endeavors. I will say we will miss him greatly, and may his soul rest in peace. PD Errol, walk good, my brother and friend, and we will see you on the other side. Thank you, Director David.
Thank you, DP Desmond. Thank you.
I'm sharing this picture with you. So here it is. This is his wife. Well, this is past director Errol Mighty here. To his left is Shirley, our dear Shirley Reason. And here, as my pointer here, is Mrs. Charmaine Mighty, wife of Errol Mighty. All right, thought I would share this with you. Thank you.
Very appropriate. Thank you very much, DP Desmond. IPP Richard, could you go ahead, please?
Director David, are you able to hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
I seem to have lost audio. Could you indicate if you're
I'm
able
here.
to
I'm
hear me?
hearing you, President. IPP. Richard, go ahead.
We're hearing you.
Okay. On my own behalf, I'd like to recognize the contribution of past director Errol to the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. He was active and committed. Despite his quiet disposition, he was firm in his own beliefs and convictions and always made his position known. And he always gave us sound financial advice. In more recent years, I was able to remain in contact with him via phone and WhatsApp as he convalesced, and he would always give me very good medical advice. We are indeed saddened at his passing, and we thank his wife, Charmaine, for sharing him with us. On behalf of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston and our families, we express sadness, and we will meet him on the other side.
Thank you very much, IPP Richard, DP Desmond. Thank you for those tributes.
So DP Evan is on.
David? Yes, I was gonna suggest that you try to reach Evan again. His mic was open.
Okay. DP Evan, are you hearing me? DP Evan. So what I will do, I'll come back. I'll just allow, we've lost one of the Kiwanian Ronnie Coke, and we just want to remember him at this time. DP Jeff Masado will give a tribute, and then hopefully we'll get our DP Evan after that, if he can hear us. DP Jeff, go right ahead, please.
Hello, are you hearing me? I put up my picture, but I want to see if
We're hearing you. We're hearing you.
Oh, you're hearing me? Yes, very good. I just want to know. Well, I'm so happy to be here with this new administration and of course, President Paul. And I must say that I have a unique position in that I knew all three people quite well. And of course, in professional ways too, because I don't know how many of you remember Shirley in her role as a reflexologist, but I used to go to her and I feel much better every time I got some reflexology. Hard to pronounce such big words, you know. And of course, Errol Mighty, we were in the life insurance industry together. And so we had another relationship over and above Kiwanis. And Ronnie Coke, his wife, Ethelyn, was, I would say, my wife's best friend, and we were like family. And Ronnie was the godfather to one of my children. And when I became president of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, which was in 1990, 1991, which when you think of it now is 30 years ago, I said to Ronnie, you have to come and join the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. And he says, well, Jeff, if you tell me to join the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, I will join. And so he became a member of the Kiwanis Club. I can't say that he was a very active member, but those of you who know him in the large business, he was a very serious Mason. And he was one in the district and stuff. And in fact, what has been very interesting is how many people have contacted me basically through the relationship with Ronnie and the Masonic movement. And I will say this, and as I said, not a lot of you would know him through the club, but he was a very supportive person. And all I had to say to Ronnie was, support us, support the club. And he said, yes, Jeff, I will support you. And in his later years, he was in a nursing home because he wasn't that well, and because his wife had predeceased him by about 5 years. And so I say this to our dearly departed Ronnie, may his soul rest in peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DP Jeff. So I'm just going to give, if DP Evan on. Okay. Well, I just want to say thanks to our distinguished Kiwanians who paid tribute to the lives of these three persons, our past chairman, Shirley Reason, past director, Errol Mighty, and our Kiwanian, Ronnie Cook. Our hearts are with the families, and we pray that the wings of the Lord will give you strength and give you peace. And that our president and the Kiwanis Club of Kingston and all our distinguished Kiwanians, we thank you, and we continue to pray for the family. Thank you very much. Back to you, President Paul.
Yes, thank you very much, Director David, for leading this segment. Of course, the tributes were fitting indeed, and may their soul rest in peace. At this time, we will have our Sergeant at Arms, DP Desmond. Could just give us one joke?
Yes, President.
Yes.
I am here. All right. Well, let me ask. This is just my joke. Really, is just in the form of a trivia, and I would you limit me to one, President. How did the telephone propose to his girlfriend?
Call.
Ring.
Yes, he gave her a ring.
Give her a ring.
All right. If you'll allow me one more, President. What did the ocean say to the other? What did the ocean say to the other? Nothing. They just waved.
All right.
Here we go. That's it, President.
Okay, thank you very much, DP Desmond. I'm sure next week you'll come better prepared with more jokes and to drop some fines on us.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to pay.
I agree with that. He has to pay.
Yes, to pay.
Because I saw them occasions.
Everybody.
That's why he was like that.
$500.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. At this time, we move to our DLGs. Willie, do you have any announcement and notices or interclub opportunities?
Thank you, President Paul. May I, at this time, just thank everyone for their kind words of sympathy and condolences expressed to me and the family on the passing of my dear wife, Shirley. And many thanks to all those tributes this evening, DP Marcel, DP Chris, and DLG Gertrude. I was overcome by words of comfort this evening. Regarding the announcements, President Paul, in terms of, let me give you the announcement. Just to remind us, or to make notes in our diaries, that Youth Protection Week begins on the 15th of October. The divisional council meeting, the divisional church service will be held on Sunday the 19th at Sackthorpe Church. Please note in your diaries. And on the 23rd of October, we will be celebrating Kiwanis One Day Project. Insofar as interclubs, I have a few invitations. On the 13th of October, we have an invitation to attend Kiwanis Club of Cyber Connect installation. On the 14th of October, we have been invited by North St. Andrew to attend their installation. I'm just going to, I believe that JTB on the 10th has their installation as well. And closer to home, on the 30th of October is the installation ceremony for Kiwanis Club of St. Thomas. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear G. Willie, for those notices. Okay, I just see Mrs. Mighty conveying thanks to everyone, and of course, our condolences to the family. Mrs. Mighty, are you still here?
Yes,
Okay, yes. You have the floor. You may say a few words, please.
Sure. Errol would be so pleased to know that you have all done this for him. The Kiwanis Club meant a whole lot to him. And I'm really happy that even in the last few years when he came back, you know, he took such a he played such an integral part in the organization, and it meant so much to him. When he actually he started to feel ill, and he would be on the Zoom meetings in the night, and he'd be in the study, or sometimes he'd be in the guest room just participating. And it meant so much to him. And I think he was very happy that he had returned, because he had not been there. Maybe he was still taken up in the earlier part of our marriage, and just, you know, kind of gave the club a break. But when he retired, that was something that he really wanted to do. And his contribution, I know about that because he spoke to me, was something that he enjoyed. That is Errol anyway. He loves to help, and he helps generously, just like he does with his the Past Student Association of St. Jago. Errol was really, really kind. The food for the poor. He did so much for so many persons, and I'm really glad that he was part of the Kiwanis Club. I know that he actually was a judge at some of the school, and he really looked forward. And so when he started to feel ill, that was something that he regretted not being able to contribute. And one of the things that everybody knows about Errol is that he has, yes, a quiet disposition. He's very private, and it is not that he didn't want other persons to know. He basically told people who he wanted to know that he was not well. And he did say that to persons who called him during the time when he was at home. But he never wanted, I guess, the pity or whatever. He didn't want to burden persons. I spent most of the time with him because I worked from home and I could have been here. I was with him to the very end. My husband was a great man. I was his wife. We were together for almost 2 decades, and he treated me like a queen. I mean, I tell somebody, I don't know if men are made like that anymore. That was Errol. And I can speak of him, the things that he did, the joy he got in giving, making me so happy. And, you know, I was here to the very end. As a matter of fact, I didn't have a nurse here with me. I took care of Errol, and he wanted his independence, and I allowed him to the point where he got weaker. And so in the last 3 weeks the last 3 weeks were his weakest. And I was here, and as they would say, basically Errol died in my arm, trying to get him to go to get blood, to get him stronger, but he was weak. But one of the things that I'm so happy about is that Errol knew the Lord, and he wanted to go. He told me from about 2 months ago that he was ready. He said he knew his family did not want to see him go, but he was ready. He was at peace. And the night before, when he was lying on the bed and I was there rubbing his head, he said to me, Charmaine, I have been praying to God. I just need to go. We prayed for healing. I did. And I said, Lord, if it's not your will to heal him, at least give him another 3 years with me. But that was not God's will. And on Sunday, when I was here for just a short time alone, I just sat there and I said, Lord, I really was being selfish because Errol wanted to go. It was not your will to keep him. And I was asking for at least another 3 years with him. But that would not have been the quality of life that Errol would have wanted. And so today, as I sit here, I tell you, I can rejoice that Errol went. He did not fight anymore. He wanted to go. He was at peace. He knew the Lord. He had given his life to the Lord. And I know that I would see him again. So I want to say thank you so much for this tribute to my beautiful husband, a wonderful, handsome husband, because yes, he was. He always said to me, I don't look like a 69-year-old. I mean, I don't. And that was true. Persons do not believe that Errol was 70 because of how robust and how youthful and everything that he looked, that was Errol. So, Kiwanis Club, members, thank you so much for this. I am so heartened. I really appreciate it. He was a good man, a very good man, with wonderful ethics, standards. He was stubborn because he held on to what he did. But to me, he was everything. He was my financial advisor. I could go to him with everything, whether it was HR, IT, customer service. If I did something that I wasn't even sure that was the correct way to do it, I would ask Errol's opinion. Errol was he knew so many things. He was a man of the world. He was cultured, everything. He has 2 beautiful children and my son, which is his stepson. And they are so proud of him. I want to say thank you so much. And my heart goes out for the other members who lost their family members. Mrs. Reason, we sat together, as you can see, in the last club meeting that we had. And someone said she had this really inviting disposition. She was so kind, so happy, so joyful. It was a pleasure to be in her company. And my heart goes out to everyone because my heart is broken. My heart is broken, so I can just imagine everybody else. Thank you so much, Kiwanis.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Mighty, and please continue to remain strong. Of course, the ones we love are never gone. They live within our hearts. Thank you so very much. And of course, we are here to continue to support you and your family and DLG Willie.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Have a great night.
Yes, thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask DP Stewart if he could give us the thought of the week. DP Stewart?
Yes, President Paul. I was just unmuting.
Okay.
Yes, I have 2 thoughts for the week. The first is, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. And the second one is, don't let the things you don't have cause you not to appreciate all of the blessings you do have. And those are my 2 thoughts. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, DP Stewart. Of course, we are at this time where we raise our imaginary glass.
Could you ask them if there are any other clubs that would like to make any announcements? Maybe we should ask them.
Yes,
okay.
thank you.
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. My apologies. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, President Paul. The Kiwanis Club of Negril Point would like to invite you all to our installation ceremony of officers and directors on Thursday, October 21st, 6 p.m. on the Zoom platform, and we will send out further information. So that's the 21st of October, Negril Point.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We will be there. We will get a delegation over to Negril.
Okay, I keep you to your word.
Virtual platform, that is.
Okay, as long as you're coming, I know DLG really will come.
Yes, yes. Are there any other announcements from clubs?
President Paul, just to greet you, I didn't get to say congratulations and welcome to the presidency. So I hope you have a wonderful year and all blessings to you. And you know that there are 14 members from Kiwanis Club of New Kingston with you. Thank you.
Oh, that's a strong delegation. Thank you very much, DLG Gerlin. Thank
Because
you.
we all love Shirley and we're supporting Willie. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Raleigh, don't say anything.
Okay. Well, with that, no other announcement from visiting clubs. Let us raise our imaginary glass and drink a toast to Kiwanis International and to Jamaica land we love.
And we love.
This meeting of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston is now terminated at 8:30.